Good morning traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. We're just looking at the euro in front of us now. We'll get to that in a moment. Overnight the German ZU index came in at a level quite well below what was expected. This compounded on euro worries. So the euro at the moment is really under siege. We'll just have a look at so far this month. So we had a bad month last month, and we have had a unbelievably lower month so far this month. So we're talking minus 2.68% so far, and we're now trading at levels not seen since mid 2017. So since the high of 2018, the euro has really been just in one-way traffic with a decline of 14.02%. Since that high was made. Eyeballing it, you'd think, this, if selling was to continue, you'd be looking for this level down around the 0.534 to be the really next level of possible strong resistance from buyers. If sellers got down there, that's it's a fair way away. It's another 2.58%, basically double of what's happened already so far this month. But yeah, just by looking at it, that looks really like the next logical point of strong demand if it gets down there. So so really fundamentals in the central bank in Europe continue to compound worries. So the German economy is still zero confidence. Add that to some of the comments that are coming out from the ECB previously. It's just really directing sellers to take apart the euro at the moment. Now, yesterday is really so. It was a bit universal yesterday. The pound had a bit of a different session, but the Aussie as well had a pretty average session to the USD. We did test down to 66.74 before we saw a bit of a fight back. This morning we're seeing a little bit of buying at this point. We do have the Australian dollar wage price index coming up at 11:30, so keep an eye on that if you are trading the Aussie, or if you have if you're looking at AUD positions. And Apple was the big one yesterday morning. It came out with comments saying that they're advising that they're possibly not going to meet their revenue target due to the coronavirus, and it's been impacting their basically their manufacturing and supply. If you didn't know, majority of Apple iPhones and Apple products are made in China. There has been pretty serious cutbacks in manufacturing and in trading from the Apple stores due to the current coronavirus epidemic that's going on in China. Now, we will have to watch that one, because this does have greater ramifications. It's now coronavirus because it's hitting China, and China is the world's second largest economy. Basically, it's a manufacturing hub for many a country and a supplier for many company and around the world in many different countries. The impacts are starting to come out now from that point of view. Australia as well has been feeling a pinch in terms of tourism, and will be, I'm sure, in some sort of forms of manufacturing and parts supply. Automotive is another big one. City Hubei is a major automotive supplier, parts supplier, so that's already being felt with some automotive companies. So it's something to keep definitely start keeping an eye on, because it may start increasing with its effect on the markets. Now, stock markets did react negatively overnight. We saw falls on the US 30, on the SPX, and on the NASDAQ. But the NASDAQ did come back from some pretty sharp losses to close higher. We are seeing a little bit of buying this morning, so a small silver lining there. But the Dow did, and the US 30 did finish, with some pretty decent falls of half percent to 0.59%. So far today, early in the Asian session, it's been a little bit of buying, but it's very early in the session. We'll have to give it some time at the moment. Now, USDCAD, it did hold a very strong position yesterday, touching 32.79 before sellers faded that rally and we did see a positive close, but there is a bit of pressure building now. The area we'd like to keep an eye on is just anything from 32.67, and starting to just see if maybe the momentum's starting to change in this rally here now. Will we see further selling? A close above this level is quite bullish, and if we do see continued closes below, it just shows that sellers continue to stack up from above. We could have a new lower high forming, so keep an eye on that one. A break below this level and this level here sets up pretty strong seller position. Now we're going to just check into gold. Now gold had a fantastic session yesterday. It really took off, and it started with the Apple announcement, and as stocks were being sold, traders were jumping back into it from a hedge point of view. Gold, you flat out just jumped yesterday, and it just kept going into the US session, adding 108%, so 1.0%. We moved back above the high set in early February, and we're now trading back above that 1600 points. So the next the next high to break to see a completionist continuation is this high here at 1611.27. So we've sort of hit part 1 and 2 of that. We just need to hit part 3 just to confirm that this new continuation is underway, and that we could see a new medium-term up move coming in from gold. So, but it still does have a little bit of work to do so after clearing that consolidation. Now, Bitcoin was another one that fought back late in the New York session and added really strong amount. So after a pretty lackluster morning, it ended up finishing 5% higher, and it's filled that gap that we saw at the start of the week. If you're discounting weekend trade due to your broker, and this morning we're seeing a bit more buying here. So obviously the next test for Bitcoin is going to be that 10,376 point, but it's continuing now to sort of jump back above the 10,000 point when it's been moving below it. So decent signs for buyers there. So we'll just have to see if we get a new rally and how we go once we hit that resistance here, if we can break it and then push a new continuation higher in this current medium-term trend. Now, there's a bit of CPI data coming out later this evening. Now we have pound CPI and Canadian CPI coming out in the European session and into the New York session. So keep an eye out for that, and I hope you have a fantastic trading day. And that's it for today's report, and bye for now.